Hi guys, I'm dedicating this video on how to make a 24 volt earth battery to Pete from Mixed Cats. This is for all his fans on his channel. So yeah, here's how we're gonna build a 24 volt battery. What you need is you need some good quality copper, which you can see there. You need some galvanized nails, just small ones. These are 12 mil by 2 mil thick. I'll just show you there. There you go. And now the cell, which is the most important part of the ingredients. This is where everything's getting housed. Basically, if you could see that, I've just cut this out of acrylic. You can drill these holes. The acrylic is about 6 mil thick, and this will house all the dirt cells, which later I'll show you how we fill those with dirt. This second part down here, this is the base. So basically that's the base, this is the core where the dirt will be housed, gets placed on top in the center like that. And this, I'll just show you that, that's the lid. Now the lid has holes in it, and each one of those holes will house the negative and the positive input for the cells. Basically this will come together and it'll look something like this, and later on I will show you how we're going to wire this sucker up. And this will get us 24 volts DC, and we should power up a few LEDs with that much current, and maybe a little bit more. And like I said, this is just a question that Pete from Mixed Cats has asked me. How much power we can get. We're going to basically using these three items here: the copper wire, galvanized nails, and our custom made acrylic housing, okay, to build a 24 volt battery. Let's give it a go. Okay, step one, once you've got your housing, you need to glue the bottom of the base to the housing. So as you can see, I've glued it together there to the core, and in that core we're going to fill with dirt later. But it's very important that you seal this with glue, so you get no air going in there, because it will dry out your cell, and yeah, basically won't give it a long life. Okay, so now I've already started, but basically as you can see here, I've nailed all the nails in series. So I'm going to just pull the camera away so you can see that. So as you can see, I've gone and skipped one, and then on the second row I've skipped and moved down one, because what we're going to do is we're going to connect these in series. So each one of those circles is going to create a cell, and each one of those cells is going to house 0.7 volts of current. By linking them all up, it should equal somewhere above, at least above 20 volts, we're hoping. But in theory, if the maths is right on this cell, it should equal somewhere around 24 volts, which is enough current to basically power a few LEDs and hopefully something more. Okay, now I've already done one of these and wired it up, so I'm going to bring it over so you can see how the copper connections mix in with the galvanized connections of the nails. I'm going to put this aside and basically bring in the copper connections, and here's what I've done. So it's been weaved through, so if you can see, I'm starting on your left hand side. So this is the start of the circuit here where my finger is. We will put a copper terminal there, and that will be the positive, of our battery, and then it goes in and out, connecting to the other cell, connecting to the other cell, and so on, all the way across, and till it reaches the right hand side, where then it goes across to the next row, and linking them in series. It's like weaving a pattern in material, and it goes back across, down, back across, down, back across, down, and here where my thumb is, that will be your positive terminal. So negative up there where my finger is, and where my thumb is will be the positive terminal. And by doing it in this way, like I said, you're linking them up, each cell, and I'm going to show you from this angle. Okay, now all I've done there is I've put the copper through and I've wrapped it around the nail twice and just cut it off. And on the back, this is what it looks like. And basically it looks like all spikes sticking out there. And you got copper and zinc, galvanized zinc coming through. Now all of those will make contact as soon as we stick it into the housing. When we get our dirt from our backyard, that'll connect in like that. You push it through into the dirt, connect your positive and your negative up to any source you want. Well, not any source, but it's going to be LED lights, because the amps on this battery is not very high, but it's enough to light up a few LED lights, and we're going to give that a go. Okay. Okay, here we are outside. Basically, I'm just going to dig a hole here and get some dirt. Now I find the best dirt for my core housing to hold everything together. The best thing to do is use clay. So we're going to dig deep and just found some clay because it's got a bit more moisture in it, and it just holds better together. So we dig through this just with a spoon here, and you get down to the muddy sections. Okay, and you will see the clay. It's very hard to see it on the camera, but it is a different color. And there we go. That's the stuff we need. Now you can use any part of the dirt. I just recommend clay because it's just easy to work with. So yeah, I'll just now put it in our cell. Okay, now this is the fun part. So what we've got here is we've got our dirt, and what we're going to do is we're just going to squeeze that into the cells, just like that. Just press really hard, get it right in the cells, and just keep filling them around, just keep going around, and just compact that dirt right in the cells. Okay, and just move it around with your fingers, push it to all the cells. Okay, I'll show you a little trick later when it comes to washing it down, and you'll get the perfect cell. This can get a bit messy, so make sure you do it outside, unlike me, because it's easier just to, and quicker, just to fill this in. Now if you turn that on the back, you can see the cells are just all getting filled up with dirt. And we can continue this process around. Just by wiping your fingers there, you can see the cells are just getting full and compacted with just plain dirt from the backyard. Just keep pushing this around. Now this battery should last you, if it's powering up LED lights, it should last you days, even weeks, depending on how well you seal the battery from moisture getting in. I've had one of these running for over 4 weeks, just powering up about 3 LED lights, and quite bright, which you'll see later. It's tricks trying to get those amps up, which we're going to work later on other batteries, and I can show you how we get the amps up. This is a very basic battery to build, just for experimentations, and you learn heaps from just doing this particular battery, because as you can see, the size doesn't matter You have people hooking up pot plants just to get 0.7 of a volt, which is not a lot to work with. So we need something more smaller, compact, fits in your hand, and pumps out some serious current. And this is what this battery does. So once you got it to this level, okay, what you do next is, I'll show you next stage, but basically you wash it in water, and just to get it more nice and clean than that. Okay, so we'll go to stage 4 from here, and you can yeah, see how it comes together. Okay, here we are again. Now for this stage you'll need a sponge and some paper towel. Now there's our batteries, and what we're going to do now is just tap water and just give it a rub like that, and just wash the surface. And grab the sponge, just give it a bit of a wash down, a little bit more water, and it just cleans up the cells, because you can't have any dirt connecting the cells, or it will pretty much destroy the whole entire battery. It won't work if they're connected. You'll just get low current, I found. So this is the best way, just making sure that all the cells are independent from each other, and the more clean it is, and get those cells independent. And I'll just give that a wash, and that's nearly done. And there you go, I'll just show you that up close. That's how they need to come out. Just turn off the water there. So as you can see there's little stones and bits and pieces of dirt, but all the cells are completely independent, and they're just full of dirt. Now that is wet. You can leave it outside in the sun for about 2 minutes and it'll come perfect. Or if it's not sunny outside, you live in parts of the world where you don't get much sun, the old paper towel, just place a piece on top like that for a couple of minutes, and it'll just get rid of that moisture on top. Just let that sit like that. And now we're going to the final stage, which is connecting it and powering it up. Okay, this is the final product. This is our Earth battery prototype 1. And we're going to connect it up now and see if we can produce the 24 volts. Now, I've already done some tests before I turn the cameras, so I've got some apologizing to do for our viewers. The projected 24 volts is now 7 volts. So here's our voltmeter. I'm going to power this up. Now, this is not what the results I was hoping for from this design, but this is what you get when you're experimenting live. So we're going to connect this up so you guys can see our output. Okay, connecting that up there. Okay, 6.9 volts DC, dropping down to 6.8. Okay, this is now a disappointing result, considering that I was hoping we can produce at least 24 volts. I estimated these to be 0.7 each from my previous tests, and they're coming under. So I'm going to have to build another one to see why it's coming under, basically. It shouldn't be doing that. It should be producing it should be producing 24 volts. So what I'm going to do now, with 6.8 volts coming out of this dirt battery, I'm going to hook it up to a joule thief, which I've put together, and we're going to see if we can light up an LED with our 6.7 volts. Okay.